guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I'm gonna discuss what might just be one of the craziest stories I have ever had to talk about on this channel. It involves our favorite North Korean dictator, Kim Jong-un. It involves LinkedIn, and it also involves the popular AI model known as Claude. Now, I just found out about this story this morning because a friend of mine sent me this article from Anthropic being the developers of Claude. And in the article, they were talking about the various ways how Claude has been misused by cyber criminals to conduct cyber attacks. One of the ways involved Kim Jong-un and his friends. So apparently, the North Korean government has been busy using Claude to create fake LinkedIn profiles, okay? So they would use Claude to create the profiles, to create the resumes, all in an attempt to actually get real North Korean workers, remote workers, hired by American companies. So they will get hired, they will do their job using AI, of course, they will get paid the salary, the wages, and that money would actually go back to the North Korean government. So all of this was an elaborate scheme to generate money for the North Korean regime, and they made a lot of money, tens of millions of dollars. Now, I'm going to pull up this article from CNN, this interactive article, very, very well developed article. And right there, you can see it starts off by saying, this may look like any other profile photo you'd see on a job-seeking site, but the man using the photo is not who he claims to be. And right there, you can see the actual real image that was then used to generate the fake AI image. And he's one of many covert North Korean operatives looking for jobs at US companies. And right there, you can see the LinkedIn account, okay, the profile. His name is Ellis Alma Cotijo Mans, and they even have the pronouns he, him, which I found to be hilarious, and then the credentials, okay? Full stack developer, AI and ML specialist, expert in Java, Python, React, Node.js. So they used Claude to create all these fake accounts, all these fake resumes. They even used Claude to assist them during the actual job interviews, okay? All in an attempt, again, to get as many of them hired by American tech companies. So again, they would use AI to write resumes, mask their faces in online interviews, and then regular Americans had to help them access laptops to work from abroad. And this brings me neatly to the story of Christina Marie Chapman. Now, who is she? How was she involved in this story? So, in order for the North Korean operatives to actually succeed in this scheme, they needed locally based Americans to receive the work laptops from the companies that had already hired them. So basically, the way it works is this, okay? As a remote worker, once a company has accepted you, typically, they would send you a laptop that you will then use for your work. But because these North Korean operatives were based in North Korea, it was impossible for them to say, hey, you know, send me the laptop to my North Korean address. Okay, that would have raised so many red flags because they were supposed to be located physically within the United States. So they needed people that lived in the US to receive those laptops on behalf of the North Koreans. And that's where people like Christina Marie Chapman came in. So she would receive the laptops, okay, from her home address, and then she would install remote login software on those laptops, which would then allow the North Korean operatives to log in all the way from North Korea, fooling the American companies into thinking that they were actually physically located in the US, when in reality, they were located back in North Korea. Now, that wasn't just all that people like Christina did. They also received the salaries and wages on behalf of the North Korean workers. They would then send or transfer the money to the North Korean accounts. They did many other things like stealing identities. So the North Koreans would then be able to create fake profiles, things like that. So people like her did a lot of things. Now, the story of Christina is actually particularly fascinating because apparently before North Korea contacted her, she had a decent following on TikTok. She was posting stories about how she was trying to eat healthy, but she wasn't making a lot of money. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, she started making a lot of money. She was able to afford luxurious travel vacations, things like that. And she even moved to like a 2,000 square foot home, things like that. So that was basically how American investigators were able to notice her and realize that, she might be earning money through some illegal means. So she basically outed herself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave the article for you to read more about the story. It is absolutely insane. And here's a story right here of Christina. It says, from rags to riches to our 100,000 TikTok followers, Chapman seemed to be the typical suburban middle-aged American. She was sharing healthy eating tips on TikTok. And then around that time, she was also posting about her financial struggles on TikTok. And then you can see there she is right there. But then all of a sudden, she was no longer crying and begging for handouts. She then moved to a 2,000 square foot home in Litchfield Park. Obviously, the North Koreans were paying her a lot of money. So she has been sentenced, I believe, to about 8 or 9 years in prison. Because she did some really, really nasty work on behalf of the North Koreans. So this is absolutely insane. There's a lot more information about the workers, how they were getting access to, data from American companies. And here are pictures, okay, from Christina's apartment. You can see the various laptops right there that she was receiving on behalf of the American companies hiring all these tech workers who were supposed to be based in the US. It is just insane, absolutely insane. And again, all of this was just to generate revenue for the North Korean regime. And it is believed they generated close to, I believe, is it 17 or 18 million dollars over the span of a few years. So absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. So again, I'm going to leave the article for you to read if you want to learn more about this story. But again, Claude being misused by the North Korean regime is some nasty piece of work. I'm actually going to cover another story, another way how Claude has been misused by cyber criminals to conduct ransomware attacks. I'll cover that in my next video. But that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone who may feel might benefit from it. If you're new here to the channel, welcome to Lab Cyber. My name is Alex. I discuss all things related to cybercrime, cybersecurity, AI, things like that. So if you do enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone who may feel might benefit from it. If you have any comments, questions, put them down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.